Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. President Bola Tinubu has signed the Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2024 into law. The President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajurin Gelale, stated this in a statement he signed in Abuja. The Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to address the development and environmental concerns of host communities and sets aside 5% of the actual annual operating expenditures of power-generating companies from the preceding year for the development of their respective host communities. The All Progressive Congress in Edo State has cleared all 12 governorship aspirants ahead of the party's primary election scheduled for February 17. The aspirants are vying for the party's state gubernatorial ticket in the upcoming September 2024 governorship poll. The APC announced that 12 aspirants will be participating in the screening process ahead of the party's primary election. The national chairman of the party, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, and the national secretary, Senator Ajibola Basiru, were, however, absent at the oath-taking event, which took place at the national headquarters of the APC in Abuja. All 12 aspirants were cleared by the party's National Gubernatorial Aspirant Screening Committee, headed by Professor Tahid Adejoja-led 7-man committee on Friday night. The screening exercise was held from Thursday, February 8 to Friday, February 9, 2024. This was contained in a statement issued on Saturday by the APC National Organizing Secretary Suleiman Arugungu in Abuja. The Lagos State Council of National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives has called for the immediate reversal and withdrawal of the new circular on certificate verification by the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. The council reached the resolution at its Emergency State Executive Council meeting on Friday in Lagos. The council noted that it would consider other measures if there is no positive intervention by the close of business on Monday, February 12, 2024. The NMCN had on Tuesday released a circular on the guidelines for requesting verification of certificates for nurses and midwives in the country. The circular was reported that the council deactivated the verification portal in December 2023. In the new circular by the NMCN, nurses and midwives must have a minimum of 2 years of post-qualification experience from the date of issuance of the permanent practicing license. Tension is rising among members of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, who are threatening a showdown with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria over the new guidelines for verification of certificates. Nurses and midwives in the country had earlier in the week lamented the deactivation of the NMCN verification portal since December 2023. The nurses who spoke with our correspondent in separate interviews alleged that the deactivation of the portal by the council was an attempt to hinder their freedom to pursue career opportunities abroad. They also said it was not unconnected to the plan of the federal government to reduce the number of health workers traveling out of the country to seek greener pastures. The council is mandated by law to regulate the standards of nursing and midwifery education and practice in the country and to review such standards from time to time to meet the changing health needs of the society. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has called on Abuja business experts to expand their reach to Nigeria's youth to mitigate the high rate of unemployment. He stated this in Abuja during the inauguration of Chief Emeka Obegolu as the 12th President of the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Queen Agaba has the rest of the story.
Retired Honorable Kalu charged the 12th executive members to streamline their work to bring in the youth closer to infuse entrepreneurship spirit among them.
So this is my challenge to you or my charge to you and the Chamber of Commerce in Abuja. Find a program to bring the youths closer to the Chamber of Commerce. Draw programs programs that will inspire this entrepreneurial spirit in them. You never can tell what they will become in years to come. As you embark on this new chapter under the leadership of Dr. Emeka Obegolu, I join you all to create a chamber that not only champions the interests of its members, but also contribute to the social and economic development of our society.
In his inaugural address, Chief Emeka Obegolu stressed that Abuja Chamber of Commerce remains committed to playing a pivotal role in fostering the region's economic growth, collaboration, and innovation.
My presidency will prioritize collaboration with government and other non-state stakeholders and capacity building within the SCCIT, enhancing management processes for improved efficiency and productivity. We will fortify our various trade groups, ensuring a broader impact across economic sectors. Aggressive marketing of the chamber will be undertaken with a special focus on delivering benefits to our young CEOs and small and medium enterprises.
As a legal luminary, Chief Emeka insists that his administration will formulate laws to promote commercial practice for the development of the country.
Through its relentless advocacy efforts, the NPAC has secured policy changes and championed initiatives that have directly benefited and enhanced the ease of doing business in Nigeria. This unwavering commitment to advocating for business-friendly policies has fostered a climate of growth and prosperity within the Nigerian economy.
The event had in attendance captains of industries and top organization chief executive officers, as well as members of the Abuja Chambers of Commerce and Industry to commemorate with the newly elected EXCOs. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
President Bola Tinubu has directed Vice President Kashim Shettima to lead the presidential team to the finals of the African Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. He has also directed maximum support and urges the Super Eagles to make Nigeria and Africa proud. This was disclosed on Saturday in a statement by Stanley Nwokocha, Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Communications. The Vice President had also represented the President at the semi-finals when the Super Eagles defeated South Africa in a pulsating encounter. The Nigerian national team is set to face host Côte d'Ivoire in a thrilling rematch at the Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan on Sunday, February 11th. The statement noted that the match will rekindle the memories of Nigeria's 1-0 victory in the group stage secured through Captain William Trust Ekong's penalty. According to the statement, recognizing the unifying power of football and the immense role the Super Eagles play in fostering national pride and unity, Tinubu is of the belief that Vice President Shettima's presence at the finals alongside the delegation is a testament to the government's unwavering support for the team and its dedication to their success. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has declared Margaret Emefiele, the wife of former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele, and 3 others wanted for alleged involvement in money laundering activities. The agency accuses them of committing offenses such as obtaining money by false pretenses, theft. A statement released by the EFCC late Friday night included mugshot portraits of the 4 suspects, urging anyone with information about their whereabouts to contact the nearest EFCC command or police station. The Military High Command says its troops in the last 1 week have arrested 6 suspected violent extremists in the Federal Capital Territory. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, stated this while addressing newsmen on the activities of troops across the country. According to him, troops across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country have remained undeterred by prevailing circumstances as they continue to exhibit remarkable determination and sacrifice in pursuit of this noble goal. Kike Lomo Okere has the rest of the story.
Addressing newsmen amidst recent security upheavals nationwide, the Director Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, says the armed force overarching objective remains the restoration of peace and security and ensuring citizens can enjoy a life free from fear and uncertainty. According to him, the armed forces have continued to deal significant blow on terrorists with significant successes recorded. He explained that troops of Operation Will Punch raided extremist enclave in the FCT and arrested a notorious criminal, Badimosi Mohammed, and 6 others with 2 kidnapped victims rescued in Kuje and Gwagwalada area council.
Operation Wild Punch recorded the following during the week. The troops arrested suspected insurgents in Kachia local government area of Kaduna State, as well as Gwagwalada and Kuje local government areas of the FCT. Troops arrested suspected kidnappers in Kuje and Gwagwalada local government areas of the FCT. They conducted raid in Lafia local government area, as well as Kagarko and Chikum local government areas of Kaduna State. Troops foiled a kidnap incident in Abuja Municipal Area Council of the FCT and Munya local government area of Niger State. Overall, troops of Operation Wild Punch arrested 11 violent extremists and rescued 2 kidnapped hostages. Troops also recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 assault rifle, among other items.
General Buba further stated that troops in their various theaters of operation across the country also neutralized 266 violent extremists and arrested 463 of them, while 116 kidnapped hostages were rescued.
In the month of January, troops recorded the following. We neutralized 266 terrorists. We arrested 463 of them, and we rescued 116 kidnapped hostages. We also recovered 447 assorted weapons and over 6,690 assorted ammunition. We denied the oil theft of close to 3 billion naira just in the month of January.
The director, while commending the troops for their dedication and sacrifices, tasked Nigerians to continue to provide prompt and credible information to security agencies to help win the war against insecurity. However, a minute silence was observed in honor of security agents who paid the supreme price for their fatherland.
With the collective goal to enhance efforts in achieving universal health coverage across the subnational entities, the Forum of Chief Executive Officers CEOs of State Social Health Insurance Agencies in Nigeria has held its Q1 review meeting in Abuja. The gathering being a crucial platform aimed at fostering peer learning and capacity building among members as major stakeholders of all 35 states' health insurance agencies representatives contributing significantly to Nigeria's broader UHC objectives. Fauzia Lukman has the rest of the story.
As insurance healthcare remains a formidable challenge for many Nigerians, primarily due to widespread poverty and significant reliance on out-of-pocket payments, the Forum of CEOs of State Social Health Insurance Agency in Nigeria hold the first quarter 2024 review meeting, which plays a pivotal role in shaping the strategies and collaborative initiatives essentials for the success of the mission. To ensure the effectiveness and sustainability of state-led health insurance initiative, adopting various critical measures, Dr. Abubakar Hassan said,
Kaduna State actually went above all others in terms of the equity requirement of 25%. And so the Vulnerable Program in Kaduna State has actually received a major boost with the 1% consolidated revenue that actually the state has earmarked for the Vulnerable Program. This was actually in the commitment of the immediate past administration of the state.
Chairman Forum of CEOs of State Social Health Insurance Agencies in Nigeria, Dr. Simeon Oyemechi, in his address stated that since the introduction of the State Social Health Insurance Scheme in 2016, over 5.5 million Nigerians have gained healthcare access through diverse programs.
So far, as an entity, the State Social Health Insurance Schemes have enrolled in the last 2 to 6 years, depending on when each of our states have come on board, 8,107,000 Nigerians into the state social health insurance schemes.
Health insurance stands as a crucial mechanism for offering financial protection against the cost of healthcare services, serving as a cornerstone for universal healthcare. Hence, the Director General, National Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Kelechi Oshiri, emphasized on the forum's agenda.
Our primary objective is to improve access and coverage. And this will be arrived at by increasing enrollments across all the various schemes that we have to ensure that more Nigerians come under this umbrella of financial protection. The second thing is the equity agenda, which, building on what the government has done through schemes like the Vulnerable Group Fund and the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, to operationalize and make sure that we can subsidize and provide care, that expansion of coverage is not just limited to the rich, but that the poor and the vulnerable are also covered. The third goal is the quality agenda, where we see our role not just as those that are custodians of funds, but those who can strategically purchase and act on behalf of people to ensure quality of care is provided. Nationwide,
health insurance coverage have only made modest inroads considering the country's large population. Thereby, 82% of people who were brought in by adoption models have renewed. Fauziya Lukman, Global TV News.
The People's Democratic Party has called for a National Assembly investigation into the approval of 500 million naira, the first installment of a purported 1 billion naira approval allegedly by President Bola Tinubu for the inauguration of a 37-man tripartite committee on the new national minimum wage. On Thursday, a leaked memo surfaced revealing that President Tinubu allegedly approved 500 million naira out of a total of 1 billion naira to the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, for the inauguration of a 37-man tripartite committee on the new national minimum wage. The PDP describes the said approval of the huge amount for a routine government activity like committee inauguration as the height of profligacy and imprudence, and that the Tinubu-led government is a cesspit of corruption where officials engage in brazen and reckless treasury looting. He further described it as provocative and unpardonable that at a time when the nation was suffering from acute food shortages, with millions of Nigerians starving due to largely to inadequate investment in food production, insecurity, and harsh economic policies of the government, President Tinubu was allegedly spending a huge amount to inaugurate a committee. House of Representatives has passed the Electoral Act 2022 Amendment Bill for second reading, brightening the prospect for electronic transmission of election results to minimize fraud in the nation's electoral process. The bill seeks to amend selected sections of the current Electoral Act to provide for the re-registration of voters, same-day elections, electronic transmission of results, as well as punishment for frivolous election petitions. Debating the general principles of the bill, Honorable Wave lamented the gaps in the current Electoral Act 2022, noting that an amendment of the law to pave way for the electronic transmission of election results would help the nation's democracy. Similarly, the House of Representatives has resolved to probe alleged certificate racketeering by Nigerian students in collusion with some officials of government ministries, departments, and agencies. This followed the adoption of a motion by Abubakar Fulata, APC Jigawa, at plenary in Abuja. Adopting the motion, the House condemned in its entirety the act of certificate racketeering by Nigerian students in collusion with some MDAs. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has raised a special task force in all its zonal commands to enforce extant laws against currency mutilation and dollarization of the economy. The anti-graft agency spokesperson, Dele Oyewole, said this in a statement in Abuja. According to him, the task force inaugurated by the chairman of the commission, Ola Olukoyede, is to protect the economy from abuse, leakages, and distortions that expose it to instability and disruptions. Also, preparators of private universities and other institutions of higher learning charging fees in dollars have been invited by the commission. Permanent Secretary Minister of Health, Daju Kachalom, says the National Health Insurance Authority will enroll all Nigerians, including cancer patients, into the health insurance scheme. Speaking at a symposium organized by the military in collaboration with the National Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment, Kachalom noted that the prevalence of cancer is rising at an alarming rate. The federal government, she said, remained deeply committed to the fight against the disease and has recorded significant strides. She said it is estimated that over 124,000 new cases of cancer were recorded in Nigeria in the year 2020, which resulted in 78,899 deaths. The Director General of the Institute, Professor Usman Aliyu, stated that the theme of this year's World Cancer Day, Close the Care Gaps, operationalizing the National Strategic Cancer Control Plan, underscores the urgent need to bridge the disparities in cancer care and treatment. The police command in Kano State has assured of its readiness to provide security for Monday's official visit by the First Lady, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu. The police commissioner, Mr. Hussaini Gumel, gave the assurance on Saturday to the News Agency of Nigeria via telephone. He said security personnel deployed were on red alert and ready to boost the existing security efforts to ensure a seamless visit to Kano. Gumel that an effective operational order on how to provide security at each of the places that the First Lady was expected to visit had since been issued to the officers deployed for the purpose. He said they had mobilized sufficient armed personnel to provide security cover for the First Lady before, during, and after the visit. The commissioner also said that the command had already embarked on Operation Show Force with other security agencies to show its preparedness for the visit. He explained that the measures were aimed at giving the residents of the state the opportunity to welcome the First Lady. The Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has urged the President Bola Tinubu-led government to declare a state of emergency on security. The Christian organization lamented the lingering banditry and kidnappings ravaging the nation. He said he urged the president to be, indeed, you are a seasoned politician and you know Nigeria like a man knows the back of his hand. Nigerians are in pain. The blood of innocent people is everywhere, says Khan. In Plateau State, in Benue State, in Kaduna State, in Ekiti State, and everywhere, Mr. President, please declare a state of emergency on insecurity in Nigeria. And moving forward, the organized labor, following persistent hardship across the country, issued the federal government a 14-day ultimatum to honor its part of the October 2nd, 2023 agreement reached with labor to address the massive suffering caused by the hike in petrol prices and naira devaluation. The ultimatum, which starts counting, was conveyed in a joint statement signed by the President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC Joe Ajero, and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria. TUC Chairman Festus Osifo Dido warned that everything must be done within 2 weeks to avoid a situation where Labour might be compelled to take appropriate steps to protect Nigerian workers and masses, which will herald a nationwide protest slated to begin on Friday, February 23rd. The Minister of Defense, Alhaji Mohammed Badiru, says Nigeria is committed to regional security cooperation with other ECOWAS countries. This is contained in the statement made on Saturday in Abuja by Henshaw Ogubike, Director Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Information. Badiru said this at the opening of the extraordinary section of the Mediation and Security Council of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, at the ministerial level in Abuja. He emphasized the importance of the collective action in addressing regional security challenges. He said Nigeria remains committed to working hand in hand with ECOWAS counterparts to ensure the safety and well-being of citizens. He underscored the importance of the extraordinary session, noting that the event was to deliberate on pressing security matters affecting the region. He reiterated the Nigerian government's unwavering dedication to advancing the ECOWAS security agenda to set a commendable example for regional cooperation and solidarity. The minister also reiterated Nigeria's leadership role in promoting peace and security throughout West Africa. In his remarks, the president of ECOWAS, Dr. Omar Toure, said that this was the right time to come together as members of ECOWAS and solve their common problem. And that's how we call it a wrap on News Cycle. We're on Star Times Channel 276. Join us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTV NG. My name is Anthony Momodu saying thank you for joining us. See you again.